Baylor's in the building. What's going on, Baylor?
Yeah, yeah.
And the red wine connoisseur and the hip hop historian himself is in the building. Marquis, what's up, brother?
Cheers.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Simple and sweet. Nonetheless, bros, I know it didn't officially make the list. I did send it to you, knowing you guys you probably got a chance to watch it. What the fuck is wrong with Kanye West? Did you guys see this InfoWars thing with the Nazis and Hitler? Like,
that nigga still on brand, ain't he?
Bro, he's definitely on. At this point, this is what I want to do. I need to see a weird off between Kyrie Irving and Kanye West. Can we just get them sitting down in a room together? I feel like they would discover the secrets to life in that conversation.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even insult Kyrie like that. and the fact that this dude,
Miss Mary Almonte's in the building. What's going on, Mary?
Mary in the building.
I was tired, but I'm here.
Hey, we was just talking about your Gemini friend Kanye West's latest with InfoWars praising Nazis. How do you feel about that?
I mean, do you need to ask? But yes, let's emphasize that not only is he a Gemini, he's a June Gemini, and they're the particularly problematic ones, along with Trump and Elon Musk. So Marquis actually and I were texting about that earlier. So
damn, Elon Musk is a Gemini. That's an interesting group of people.
June Gemini.
All Geminis are bipolar though, so it is what it is.
Yes, but watch out for the June ones particularly.
Well, apparently the list you just gave just completely sold me on that. If they're all June Geminis, that just sold me on that one. So
I happen to know another June Gemini, so I personally.
See, my daughter's a Gemini, but she's a May Gemini. So thank God, I guess, that she's not a June Gemini. By according to what she only missed it by 2 days at that. So I guess thank God that she's not a June Gemini.
Yeah, no, my two childhood best friends they had the same birthday, and they were June Geminis, and it didn't end well with either of them. So,
well, there you go. Definitely on brand. But yeah, I mean Kanye's just I mean. $200,000 a month in child support may do that to anybody, though.
Yeah, that's a lot of bread.
That's a lot of money.
But is it if you got it?
But my thing is, she's also a billionaire too. Like that's crazy.
Well, is it? All right. So now I'm gonna have to hold it down for the ladies here because it doesn't matter how much money you make. He still has to pay his share. No,
they're not gonna use 200,000 worth of.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot to take care like that. I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it is what it is. I ain't paying it. I don't give a damn. I ain't checking nobody else's pockets. I wish they would. That's just crazy. For it. That shit wild. All right, let's move on from Kanye. So first list topic on the docket today officially is Cardi B. She's going to be a guest host on The Breakfast Club. I love actually Cardi B in situations like this. What do you guys think about Cardi B guest hosting The Breakfast Club for a day?
She could be setting a trend. They might make that a thing in the future where they have special guests come through for a whole week or even longer.
Especially since Angela Yee's gone. So yeah, it's possible.
Yeah, that's how you boost up the ratings. Bring other artists on there to have them ask other artists questions, knowing that they can relate to each other a little bit more.
Okay, that's a good perspective.
It'll prevent certain guests from coming up there. I mean, I would love it'd be record shattering breaking if we saw her interview Nicki Minaj in person.
That'd be a hell of an interview. That's appointment level television right there.
Yeah, I'm taking off work.
Okay. All right. Mary, what do you think?
I would be afraid to see a Nicki Cardi interview. Like, I feel like the table will get flipped over and glass will be thrown and we'll back on Love and Hip Hop Cardi B.
What if it's over the phone?
I feel like you got to have Queen Latifah there just to smooth it all out.
Right?
Just for balance.
Actually, a lot of the lyrics from UNITY could apply.
Mm-hmm.
Who you calling a bitch? But anyway. But Cardi is hella entertaining. So I'm tuning into that Breakfast Club interview.
For sure.
She needs a show. She needs her own show.
Whatever happened to that show she was supposed to have on Facebook Live or whatever? It's supposed to be like a variety show of her doing it. Did that ever actually come out? I know it got announced.
I didn't see it if it did.
I think it got announced. I can't remember if it was right before COVID or not, but like, I don't know if it did, I never heard anything about it. So Marquis, you kind of being quiet over there, brother. What do you think?
Oh no, I'm all for it. I mean, she's a dynamic personality. It's that cute, quirky.
Bro, you got the
Yeah.
you got the Baylor Decepticon thing going on with
Really?
that connection, bro. We don't know what's going. Yeah.
Still going on. I spot places a bit.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad, bro.
No.
It's not better at all.
It happens.
You might want to refresh, come out, and come back in there, brother.
Bye, Marquis.
Green Ranger out. Oh well, he's right back.
Did it work?
There you go. There you go. Go ahead, bro.
He came back as a White Ranger. That's crazy.
Yeah, see, he left as the Green Ranger, came back as the White Ranger. There you go.
Yeah. No, I'm interested. I'm looking forward to it. I like her personality. She's quirky. She's cool. She's fun. Playful.
Yeah.
That little spice.
Now, do you think? Now we know it's for sure a thing that they might. They're not going to bring Nikki up there, but do you think they will ask her? If a song was to drop or an album was to drop, you think they might mention her?
Oh, they have to. If you were just talking about like a song, you kind of have. If you got Cardi B there and Nicki Minaj drops a song, you kind of have to have. They may ask her about Nicki regardless in the interview.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So we'll see. Let's move on to the next one. I love that we always talk about the business aspect of things here as well. Jay-Z apparently in the past made a $1.5 billion offer to buy out Bacardi's ownership in Dusse. What do you guys think about that?
We need to own our shit.
Again, we talking about on brand again, right?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if he flipped that.
It would absolutely. He'd probably hold on to it for 3 to 5 years and then flip it for sure.
Yeah. If you want to learn something from him. That's it.
Yeah.
Have you had
Right.
Dusse? Very good.
Yeah.
There you go.
Keep it on the desk. You never know when a shot may be needed. So
Like
yeah.
soon come.
Mary, what about you?
I mean, listen, it's Jay-Z. I feel like,
Hope said.
yeah. I mean, I feel like I would love to, and this would, I don't know, I don't think we'd ever really see this, but it would be dope if he really put out a masterclass on investing and, like the road to a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
It seems like the only thing that kept this deal from happening was the valuation of the company. It came in at a $2.5 billion valuation. Jay-Z offered $1.5 to buy their 50% stake. Do you think that there's any chance that eventually the parties come back to the table to work out a deal with a better valuation?
I hope so. I'm always willing to see him win.
Okay. I would love to see Jay-Z and Nas go in on that deal together.
Yeah, man. I mean, look, it's an example set. But he's already set so many examples or whatever. But like Mary said, if we actually had a Bible from him, oh man, we got to start reading.
If Jay-Z came out with a masterclass, it would probably be the highest selling masterclass within the first month that it was out.
He'll never get repaid for what he did.
Oh, never. It's too much game to get. You can't put a value on the amount of knowledge that Jay-Z could share in a potential masterclass. It's just like I was surprised Steven Spielberg did a masterclass because he has so much information. It's you'll never get what the value of that. But shout out to them.
Well, Steven couldn't sit on his because it'll haunt him. You see what I did there? Oh my God, my dad jokes are almost back.
I caught that.
That's funny. That's a marquee level dad joke right there.
I'm glad someone else is telling him that he's like the king of them.
Well, I just was about to say, like Marquis and Baylor need to come out with a line of tees with just dad jokes on them. Like,
yes. Listen, it's the idea.
That's a collaboration we're ready for. We need that.
So I know we talked about King's Disease and the title or the reference for Takeover and how playful they are. So that is actually a good idea to see them go in business and start doing like tours together or conversations or even master classes or whatever, playing chess with each other. Just shows you exactly where they came from and where they are now. Says a lot about what their beef really was and that it was just still street shit and that we can come together for a common goal to do something bigger. I think that's cool.
That's more examples.
Yeah, for sure.
And I mean, if Nas and 21 Savage can come together, now you know the world is all over.
We'll talk about that here in a
Oh,
second.
my God.
We'll talk about that here in a second. So Absol's doing the rounds for his album Herbert that's coming out soon, and he apparently has a Jay-Z collaboration on this album. Marquis, I got to come to you first on this one. Absol, Jay-Z collab. What are you excited about this? Does anything for you for Absol's album at all? What do you think?
So you know, I want to you know what it's like when you get a glimpse of like a random star that appears every once 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't want to get excited because I know it's going to come and it's going to go and that's it. I'm not going to hear from it again anytime soon. So I do want to hear it. Like I'm excited to hear it. I'm just afraid that's what we're going to get for a while. So
From Absol?
yeah, Absol.
Oh, absolutely. We were kind of talking about before we started recording. After this album press run or whatever, Absol's going to go back into his cave. We won't see him for another 5 years.
But to come back and have Jay as
hot.
That shows that how much respect Absol has in the industry, right? To be able to be gone. The only time that we've seen Absol between now and then is when he was on that track with Reason. And he disappeared. I'm surprised he was even in the video, to be honest with you. But Absol just being able to come back and just to get a collab like that from Jay, and Jay doesn't miss on collabs. So, I mean, that just shows you the respect that he has.
and Jay doesn't charge for collabs either.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
I think if he's willing to be on a track with you, why would he want you to pay? Like, I think that's like Batman doing an episode with like Gambit. You know what I mean? Like we know who Batman is, but everybody don't know who Gambit is and how important he was or how dope he was. But man, we don't know officially if it's a verse though, right?
I think there was something out. There was an announcement that's coming out December 15th.
Yeah. Is the album coming out December 15th, or is that when the track's coming out?
I thought the album came out.
Is the album coming out?
Don't the album come out tomorrow? It ain't come out tomorrow.
Oh, the album comes out tomorrow. Listen, I just know we're getting the Absol album. If it comes out tomorrow, shout out.
Then that's
I did not
horrible
know
promotion.
Yeah, I mean, but that's kind of top. Like they kind of do their thing, bro.
No, you know, like we knew when Kendrick was coming out.
I mean, that's Kendrick though.
But you also knew when Schoolboy Q was coming out.
It's facts.
Like you know when SZA is coming out. Like we know. This would be horrible promotion if his Absol's coming out tomorrow.
Let me see.
I mean, I would love for that.
No, it comes out December 16th.
Okay.
16. Okay.
Yeah. So a week after my birthday.
We're gonna be all right.
Yeah, we're gonna be all right. Mary, you being quiet over there. Absol, Jay-Z, what do you think?
I love it.
I thought it was a clever tease, which normally you don't see from Jay involved projects. So that was pretty interesting. So let's see.
Yeah, I wonder who's producing it. Because that is good. Whoever's producing that track, that's a hell of a track, man. I can't wait to hear it. I hope that the album lives up to the. I'm not gonna say necessarily expectations, because I don't know like how expectations for Absol album, but I hope that it holds up to the quality and what we know Absol can do as an artist. So,
well, like I said, if Jay-Z is on the track with you, that means something. Even if he's not even spitting a verse, he gonna say something. You know what I mean?
That's true.
Especially, we don't know if
what if Jay-Z is hosting the album.
All right, bro, don't get our hopes up high. Like, don't start playing seeds, man.
Yeah, man. Yo, it's a holiday.
I'm not getting excited and everything. Like you got Christmas.
Marquis' face just said it all. Like he looked like, wait a second.
Yo, we go viral off of this. I'm gonna feel so bad. I'm like, look, dog, I didn't know he was gonna say that. I didn't know.
Yo, that'd be dope.
Hey, that would be dope. But I'm sorry, man. I stepped to your point. What were you saying, brother?
No, I forgot. I forgot.
Well, there you go.
Edibles hit.
That rumor. I'm rolling with the rumor. I'm about to tweet that now. Hayes said,
according to Hayes from the Breaks Radio, JC is you gonna have my mentions in shambles, bro.
Care to comment, Jay? Care to comment?
That's Jay-Z the last thing I need.
Hey, Jay-Z gonna go straight to Spaces talking about, yeah, man, you got cats out here.
I never heard of this nigga before. Who's this Hayes motherfucker? Like,
hey, yo, Nas, get your boy.
Oh man, that's the last thing I need right before my birthday. I don't need that, bro. I don't need that smoke. Don't do that to me. Don't do that.
Hitler
But
inhaled
let's moving on. Nas, after the 21 Savage shit, he comes out with a track with 21 Savage, one mic, one gun. Did you guys get a chance to listen to this?
I don't trust nobody no more. I don't trust nobody in this world anymore. Everything's a setup.
Yeah, for sure. Everything is promotion, bro. Everything is promotional, bro.
Man.
No, everything is an opportunity for promotion. I thought that was genuine. I thought
it is on brand for Nas lately to collab with somebody. So I mean, go ahead.
The collaboration just sucked, but
bro, that's because it's 21 Savage.
Well, I mean, look, it worked. I'll just say that it worked.
It worked. Okay.
It worked.
No, I think we all just stopped for a minute because this song is fucking trash, bro. Like,
Wow, I'm glad you said it.
like,
I am not a part of this conversation.
that's fine, Mary. I understand if you got to recuse yourself, but
Yes.
this song is fucking cheeks. Let's just be. We give Nas his flowers all the time, so I feel comfortable saying this. This is a bullshit ass track. It feels like this is trash. And the fact that Hit Boy actually produced this shit and put his name on this shit, this is trash. This is literally the worst thing Nas has put out in 15 years. I'd rather listen to Uchi Wally than listen to this.
I'd listen to Uchi Wally.
What you say?
That bad. I think. I mean, you want to put it to Nasir? There's some songs on Nasir.
I would still listen to most of Nasir before I listen to this track again. 21.
And he's trying to make sense out of it. I was like, wait, what are you saying exactly? What are you doing?
And don't get me wrong, there are some features where 21 Savage kills it. I'm just gonna be real and take away my bias from there. But as a rapper, 21 Savage is largely garbage.
Did you say? Please name a feature where he killed it. I'm holding you accountable to that one, sir. I'm sorry.
Last album. On Drake's
What
last
did you
Killed it. He killed it. Tell me one verse he killed.
on my bank account. In my bank account.
Oh, come.
Listen.
I thought I used to wake up every morning to that song.
See?
That was her alarm clock.
Let me ask you a question. Talk about relevancy. Can you quote a 21 Savage verse?
Yeah, 21.
Yeah,
I got
Not an ad lib,
3,
an actual verse.
6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account.
I got M's in my mattress, little bitch. No.
But the song with J. Cole was kind of fire.
Can you quote a 21 Savage verse?
Yeah, hold on. I have
not
to.
after COVID.
I know, right? We can't quote shit.
My bad, Ace.
Oh man,
I can quote some Nas.
I mean, we know you can quote Nas. You're the
You
hip
can
hop
quote
historian.
Nas.
Yeah, I can quote a lot of
You
Nas.
can
I
quote
mean, are
him.
we seriously trying to compare? There's not a comparison.
No, what I'm saying is relevancy, right?
What is relevancy?
21
21 is relevant to this generation. He's not
Yes,
relevant to us. Yeah,
exactly. And I hate to say it, but our generation is obsolete in the new hip hop game.
You know what? And that has made me have a new appreciation for music sometimes, in the sense that I do realize some of this shit just wasn't made for me, and that's perfectly fine.
Right.
Like, and it's weird because of, you as you get older, the stuff is catered less and less to you. But once I had that realization that, listen, this shit, just the Ice Spice shit, this shit is not made for my generation.
Right.
Man, where's she at?
I just think that we're gonna act like that was not said. I just think that
She's at Drake's house.
no, remember he ghosted her. And unfollowed her. No, like that was a public story.
I know.
But she's also 20, y'all. So like I feel like we gotta draw a line somewhere. Like y'all
Drake didn't.
What?
Drake didn't.
Count. Wait,
there's a few things here. A, you've got like a decade on Drake, so there's that. Right? And B,
he's got decades on her.
No, not really.
He's
in
16
her
years older.
or on her?
15 years older than her.
He's 16
so
years old. A decade and a half.
He could be her dad, but like in regular life, y'all could be her dad.
She's close. She's closer to 21 Savage. Do you think 21
That's
Savage?
wait a second, pause. That's wild. Markeem Baylor could absolutely be Ice Spice's father.
Dad, and
that's
like,
crazy.
Scandal.
That's wild when you put it that way.
Do you think 21 Savage will wait till she turned 21?
She's 22. She's already 22. So, that's crazy.
Anyway,
Marquis, you kind of quiet. Is Ice Spice? Is Ice Spice is your daughter, Marquis?
I ain't got no goddamn daughters.
I care.
That you know of? You ever been in the Bronx? She is from the Bronx.
21.
You ain't never been dipping in the Bronx, Marquis? Don't lie to me, bro. Don't lie to me, man.
Oh, well, I will say I do appreciate the fact that you think my jeans look that good. So,
okay.
I really would love to just leave right now because I don't think Ice Spice is pretty at all. She has a body that's cute to be a little girl. I don't know. Anyway, we should not be evaluating Ice Spice. We're all too old.
I didn't say evaluate. I just said that that's Marquis' potential daughter. That's all I said.
This went to a very weird, perky, pedophile place that is making me not want to be
Drake,
friends.
man. It's Drake.
I mean, Drake did try to groom Millie Bobby Brown that people just completely swept under the rug. We just gonna forget that.
Man,
and we're holding him as a pinnacle here too. I don't know.
No,
anyway, whatever
the nigga need to be in jail. Go ahead, keep it.
Well, a lot of people need to be in jail. Anyway, the point that I was trying to make is that I think our generation doesn't realize that we are not young anymore.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and that's the problem. So it's like, this is all not relevant to me and not making sense to me. But it's like, bro, you're middle-aged.
It's not for you. Like that, literally, like that. Coming to that realization has completely changed the way that I view some music because it's okay. I just like, hey, it's not for me, and it's cool.
Yeah, and mind you, like you and I are still in our 30s, and I think that's like the point of like, oh wait, we're now, But people who are 40 plus really need to stop. It's like.
So it's like our parents when Little John, they didn't understand that shit. It wasn't for them.
Mary's mom did.
My mom,
my mom did too. But I mean, I'm just talking about general. But my mom absolutely did.
My mother didn't hate on younger music.
I remember when my mom didn't either. I remember my mom was singing "Skeet Skeet Skeet," and I was like, "Mom, you know what that means?" She was like, "No," and I told her. She was like, "Oh my god!" I was like, "Yeah."
She went to the club and said it again, didn't she?
Yeah.
I guess no. Back to the original point. So was this a marketing tool or opportunity? Did it bridge the gap? Did it do anything for the culture?
No. I haven't really seen much of a response to this track, to be honest with you. Like that, and that I think is the biggest barrier. Yeah, it's just
like 83. Promoter just here we are.
We need to have a conversation about that one day, but we're gonna have to have Mary recuse herself again when we do that conversation because yeah, there's definitely some issues with the promotion of KD3. But
we'll have that conversation when we're not recording.
Okay, fair enough. Now I did send you guys an album. I know I did send the list late, but Raven Lene, this Hypnos album, R&B album. Did you guys get a chance to at least skim through it or listen to it?
Yeah,
I did not.
I did not.
Okay, me and Baylor did. We're gonna briefly touch on it since you guys didn't get a chance. Baylor, go ahead and give your thoughts on the album, brother.
It was all right. I took one song away from it that I would play on repeat. That's it, man. Because I've actually been stuck on another artist, so no disrespect, but I gave it a listen. I got a song or two off of it, and it was all right.
And you guys know I'm partial to Chicago artists in general. That's kind of how I came across her. But to me, this album comes across as a study piece to R&B history. That's That's what this album comes across. And I'd be interested once the whole panel gets a chance to listen to it to see what everybody's individual take is. So I'm not going to give mine away too long. And we're close to the end of the year. We'll start having our album, R&B, hip hop, various albums of the year conversation. And I'll say this album is definitely going to come up in that conversation for me. And I'll wait till we get a chance, everybody listen to it for us to have that conversation, because this album to me was like a time capsule of R&B music.
Wow, that's a statement.
Yeah. So now I'm definitely gonna listen to it.
Yeah. So we'll take that away. We'll see how you guys feel about that. But next up, Marquis, you got something for Black people like rock too?
Yeah, Nickelback just dropped an album.
I know. Is it 2006?
I know. Like, look at that photograph. I was like, wait, what's going on here? Yeah, that was a very interesting release. I remember the band was actually, they won like country music awards. They also did like they had some really big songs, How You Remind Me and stuff like that. But I was intrigued, like, wow, they dropped an album.
Yeah, wasn't expecting that at all. Baylor, do you know who Nickelback is?
Yeah, I do know who Nickelback is, but am I excited? No, but God is good.
So I do want to point out something though, and most people don't get to realize or to and experience this. When Baylor's listening to rock music and he's recording it and he's rocking out, it's fascinating to me because he's rocking the fuck out. So Baylor, can you share some of the songs you've been rocking out to?
I don't know them by heart.
Can you sing like choruses or anything?
Let's see. I do got a couple of Nickelback songs on my phone.
Okay.
Can I look for it?
Yeah, absolutely. While you look for that, let's go ahead. Go ahead. Can you what?
No, I was gonna say, go ahead, take it away while I go look for this.
Okay. So Nickelback was famously known for How You Remind Me. This is how you remind me of what I really am. And then that Someday, and then look at his photograph. What the hell with that on Joey's head? So they had some really, really big songs. And it was a study done of the most hated bands ever. And they were number 3. U2 was up there. Red Hot Chili Peppers is up there. There's a lot of bands that are your favorites. Green Day was actually number 10 it's an algorithm that was created of the most hated bands. Creed was up there as well. But Nickelback was really high on that one. Did you get that list together?
I'm looking for it right now. Nickelback in my library. I lied. It's not in my library.
Damn. So yeah, Spin Doctors, Oasis, especially with the battle. Oh, did anybody remember that time when the dude from Oasis was talking shit about Jay-Z? He said he's not a rock star.
Oh, I do got Saving Me.
Huh?
Saving Me. The All the Right Reasons album.
All the Right Reasons. Yeah,
it came out in 2005.
Actually, Nickelback is number 1.
Called Saving Me.
Yeah, I remember that. Nice. Okay. So Jay-Z was on stage. He was at Madison Square Garden, and he picked up a guitar and sang Oasis song. He said, "Now tell that bloke who's a real rock star." Damn. Look at the clip. It was amazing. Jay-Z actually played guitar, his song. The dude from Oasis song, sang his shit on a guitar and said, "Now you tell me who's a real rock star." But yeah, Nickelback. Yeah, the most hated band, actually. Number 2 was Limp Bizkit. Number 3 was Creed. Number 4, U2. And number 5, Mumford and Sons.
They hated Creed?
They hated Creed, dude. They hated Creed. I mean, you can't be in a video. Never mind. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, so that's rock music for you.
There you go. There you have it. All right, let's move in. We're going to get into the TV and film. So we don't have any new TV shows or films to review, but have you guys gotten to hear Ryan Coogler talk about the original plan for Black Panther 2 before Chadwick passed away? Nobody's heard this? Mary, you either?
No.
So apparently, Little T'Challa was always part of the plan. The actual the theme of the movie was going to be written around the fact that Little T'Challa was born when T'Challa was dusted, and it was this theme of loss. Namor was still in it, same storyline there as well, and that Michael B. Jordan was actually supposed to be a bigger part in the sequel as far as like this spirit kind of always getting at Chadwick. So it was just an interesting thing to hear that that's always the plan. And then he also came out and said that Shuri was always planning to take over at Black Panther in the 3rd movie.
Right, yeah. Oh, you know what
Right,
I
I knew
did?
that part.
Yeah, I did.
So what do you guys think about that?
I would love to see that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Mary said, I
You
don't
want to see
know.
that?
I mean, I thought we all agreed that we were not really feeling Shuri as Black Panther.
I mean, she's gonna be Black Panther anyway. But I'm talking about as far as the whole if Chadwick and his Jordan, Michael B. Jordan, that tie, I think that'd have been amazing.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Take out the Shuri thing, but the whole dynamic of Chadwick missing the time on his son being born, his son being a part of it, and Michael B. Jordan kind of being the spirit on his shoulder talking shit or whatever.
You know you want to kill this motherfucker.
Like
you
all
know
of that.
Yeah,
exactly. Kind of the same thing that we got in one scene with Shuri, but like that kind of being something over the course of the whole movie would have been hugely interesting to me.
Yeah.
Because he just had that one scene.
And that was my favorite part of the whole movie.
Listen, when he popped up, we talked about it though. When he popped up in that scene, he did a lot. It was very powerful for the little bit of lines that he did have. I think it was very poignant. So
Yeah.
But we predicted that anyway.
Yeah.
Also beforehand.
Did it not remind you of the scene that Franklin had with himself?
that's actually not a bad comparison at all. That's not bad.
It didn't. No.
It didn't remind me of it, but it's more so, I guess.
The scenery, the intensity, the one-on-one.
Yeah.
It made you feel that, again, it's not the same, but it made you feel the dynamic of that relationship, them two.
Mary's not impressed.
No.
She's hard.
I mean, listen, that was a whole other realm. Like, Damson deserves an award for that.
Oh, listen, that scene alone is definitely
absolutely.
This is why I'm still pushing. Damson Idris needs to be the new Black Panther. I will die on that hill.
So would I. Next to you.
So,
for real.
I'm riding that one all the time.
4 dead people just lined up on that hill.
There you go. There you have it. But that's it.
Black and white, black and white, black and white, black and white.
Me?
Well played. I was gonna say a nun rolling down a hill, but I love that one better.
I'm just very confused, but yeah.
I love it.
That's the first thing that came to mind.
You made the joke better.
Baylor, last topic of the day is always yours. What you got for us, Baylor?
I thought it was pretty interesting how easy it was for including myself to a degree, how quick we are to listen to the media and then automatically say something negative about a player who has been, controversial through his career or whatever. Then this picture of an owner of a football team pops up, and the same energy is not being transferred over. It showed me a lot, especially when I've had Dallas Cowboy fans, black Dallas Cowboy fans, come out and say, they had the nerve to say, well, he does look like he's trying to figure out what's going on. Are we that dumb? Are we literally that you want to make an excuse about an owner of a football team who fails y'all every goddamn year anyway since the 90s? At least football wise, everybody has started in a black household about Jerry Jones. Do we have any evidence? Absolutely not. But we do got that picture. And that picture says a lot. So for people to come out, and again, the picture may not give out what exactly the truth, but at the end of the day, I think it's kind of funny how people are making excuses for it, and we got to wait until the second hour of these sports shows to hear the topic. But Udoka was headlines. Kyrie was headlines. We couldn't even get to we couldn't get to nobody else. And we know they talk about the Lakers and Dallas Cowboys all day, every day. But we had to wait till the second hour to get to Jerry Jones. And then when his favorite criticizer of his team jumps on his side. Once I seen that, I said, all right, they're gonna try to sweep this under the rug. Then Bron decides he wants to wake up and say something. Now everybody want to hop back on the train. But prior to that, he was out there looking at Kyrie like he was stupid as well. And again, everybody did. That's cool. And he deserved that type of energy if he's in a wrong. Well, that same energy is not going to that owner. And why did it take Bron so long to come out and say something about that?
I'm not going to criticize Bron in this case for however long it took him out because I'm glad that he said it. And Bron is usually good at using his platform to speak out on things. I get what you're saying. That's not to take away from your point, Baylor. I'm just not going to criticize him because I'm glad that he did bring it back to the forefront to where it now is going to force people to have that conversation.
Everybody hopped up and said for Kyrie to take that down. He's representing this, that, and the third. But this picture pops up with your owner in it, and the first thing that you say is he looks like he's trying to figure out what's going on. And at Baylorism on TikTok, at Baylorism on Twitter, y'all niggas is wild, boy. I'm talking about whatever's going on in Texas, whatever they got in that water, that shit is stronger than Hennessy.
I mean, that and Jerry Jones has the power to pay people off. I'm just going to put that out there. We're going to leave that there. Mary, any parting words, thoughts? If not, give me your social media.
I'm happy that Baylor brought this up. And then in that same, well, in a similar vein, not the same vein, the reporter, I'm trying to make that I'm saying that right so they don't be like they did to my guy, Tyler Adams, basically thought it was cute to start grilling Tyler Adams and the coach of the U.S. soccer team after their amazing World Cup win, which, by the way, like, let's fucking go on Saturday. But yeah, it was like, I want to say that Tyler Adams really replied with such grace that I probably wouldn't have even had on the spot like that when he was asked.
You'd be ready to fight somebody.
Yeah, I mean, when he was asked how it feels to play for a country that discriminates against Black people, when it's like, look at the pot calling the kettle, you know what? I mean, Iran, really? So yeah, I just want to shout that out. And yes, at Miss Mary Almonte.
There you go. Make sure you guys go support her. I don't know how we're gonna follow that up, Marquis, but you got any parting words?
I do want to point out the fact that we brought up Imu and Adoka and Nia Long. She actually spoke on that. I don't know if you guys saw that. She basically said, we went through all this, and it's sad that the Celtics put that business out there, and she's upset because her kids had to see all this. They're the ones who made this public, and no one from there reached out to her to see if she was okay. Like, you're supposed to support family and everything, but you put our business out there in front of our kids and made it public when you didn't have to. So she's more disappointed in that.
Hear that or know that? What?
Marquise, here's the killer part. There's a photo of your owner in the crowd, and the first thing you say is he may look like he's trying to figure out what's going on.
He was curious.
Everybody knew what was going on back then.
Yeah.
Oh my!
There is no narrative.
What was it in Forrest Gump? They're trying to let coons into our school.
Coons? Mama just brushed him off with a broom. Yeah, so she put out a statement.
They got the actual footage of him and Forrest Gump.
Yo, that's crazy.
With his ping pong paddle.
Yo, that's crazy that Jerry Jones is the only guy that was just trying to figure it out. That's crazy.
So, who dug this photo up? Like,
yo, and why now? Right?
Yo, Mark, and it was done on purpose because it came out the night before Thanksgiving. Which your team always play on Thanksgiving. This was set up. This was another. All right, we got John Gruden. Let's go after somebody else.
Who are they? Because I would love to know who they are so they can keep going after them.
The picture reported came from Washington. We know what that's about. And he said it though. No. And I gotta roll with him because he said it. He said, if I'm going down, everybody going down.
Everybody going down.
Yeah, he did say that.
Let's make it happen.
All right. Well,
let's bring it out because we need some more Black owners in football.
I love that Baylor's just like, hey, yeah, before we go out too, by the way, let me drop this shit on y'all real quick. Shout out to
LeBron
Baylor. Exactly. Just like LeBron did. Shout out to Baylor.
I love LeBron, yo. LeBron.
Listen,
hey.
It is what it is. Make sure you guys follow me at CEO Hayes, but you can follow us more importantly collectively at The Breaks Radio. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, thebreaksradio@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave us a text and our voicemail, the number to do so is 614-547-2039. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. For Marquis, Baylor, Mary, this is The Breaks Radio.
Chicago Bulls
we out
related?
this bitch. Peace. Did I say Chicago Bulls?
You said Chicago Bulls related.
This is the number. Oh, I went into the Chicago Bulls show on default. This is the number one spot for everything hip hop and black culture related. For Marquis, Baylor, and Mary. This is The Breaks Radio. We off this bitch.
He inside the photo though.